Hi, good evening. Welcome to the live, everyone. Y'all hear me? Making sure everything's working good. Okay. I got a much better webcam, and I'm so happy because the video quality seems to be really good. So we got good equipment now, and the thing that I love, this webcam actually autofocuses if I have to show you anything. So welcome to First Fridays with Matt, our Friday evening monthly live. I'm so happy to see you all here. Welcome in the room. Get yourself your beverage. Remember to bring your whip because these Friday sessions are all about working on them whips, right? We're going to knock some out. I made blueberry muffins for everyone, so I brought myself a little blueberry muffin down. Blueberry muffins are like my daughter's favorite food, so I made them for tomorrow morning, but you got to dip in a little bit tonight too. I've got my Diet Dr. Pepper, which is my beverage of choice, and I've got plenty to last us the night. So an alpaca blend shawl. That sounds fun. I love cinnamon tea as well. Oh, good, Lynn. You got your premiere order. That's exciting. I need to get working on mine a little bit more. I fell down a rabbit hole. And I filmed a video that I'm going to release, but I fell down a rabbit hole and Michael sent me their little vouchers. So I had $15 for free. So I had to go to Michael's and I got some stuff there. And so the rabbit hole that I fell down today is I picked up some of this loops and threads classic cotton, like the big balls, which is basically like it equates to like a cone that you would get from like Lily's Sugar and Cream. And I actually really like it. I like it a lot better than the little ones that you can get with the classic cotton from loops and threads. I think that it's softer. It's not so scratchy or hard or rigid. So, and I got this new colorway and I absolutely adore it. It's called Seashore Multi. And I felt my little rabbit hole that I fell down was I've been making pot holders in my spare time today. So this is like my Seashore Multi. See, I started on it. So it's really pretty. It's like grays and whites and like these light blue colors. So really pretty. So that's my little today rabbit hole. And actually, I made a pot holder. I made this pot holder too, and I made it from. This was from Joann's. It is the K and C Essential Cotton, and I love the K and C Essential Cotton. I don't think anyone even sells it anymore. But I used to love to get this from Joann's, and they I don't think anyone picked up the K&C brand, but this one is, what's this color? It's called Iditarod, Iditarod, Iditarod. It looks like blue jeans. Really, really does. Yeah, and I worked up this little pot holder with it, but it's a really pretty colorway. Did anyone else like this K&C Essential Cotton? Did you ever use it before? Hirschner's did have it when Joann's first went out of business. For a really short time, I think that they were just selling off the overstock that Joann had, And then she was gone. KNC's not around anymore, because I think that Michaels bought the intellectual property for Big Twist. I don't know if they bought it for KNC. But there was a couple things that I really liked. I remember this KNC Essential Cotton was expensive. It wasn't cheap. But it's soft. It feels as soft as I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. It's about that soft. Yeah, and I was working my tried and true faithful pot holder design or stitch, the thermal stitch that I always do. And if you follow Linda's Pantry, Linda posted a tutorial on how she makes her pot holders. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to give it a shot. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see if I like how the pot holders turn out, like the way that she did it. And this is as far as I got, but she put out a stitch tutorial just like the other day, like 2 days ago or something like that. And I started making her little envelope design, and I think I like it better. But I really wanted to try it out. So I might have to abandon my thermal stitch and start doing that stitch pattern that Linda's doing, because I just really like it. It just looks so much neater and cleaner. Like the edges look clean and neat and professional looking. And the other thing that I really like is the stitch pattern that she does. It's basically like you start out with a chain, you do a single crochet on one side of the chain and a single crochet on the other side of the chain, and then you just work it in like a continuous circle and go all the way around. And it's single crochets, and I love the look of a single crochet. They're really pretty. But the thermal stitch, it's like the look you get with a thermal stitch, it's like both sides look like the back of a single crochet, not the front. So it's not as pretty looking. It works well. It's just not as pretty as the standard single crochet. So I don't know if Linda's here tonight, but Linda, I really do like your pot holder design. I think I'm going to have to start using it. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, hello. You want to say hi? Jaja's actually down here tonight. Say hi. This is Jaja Gabor. This is my oldest dog. I have the two dogs. The other one is anxiously waiting to say hello as well. But they're both Yorkie Poos. Jaja is they just got their hair did this week. But Jaja is 13, I believe. Like 12 or 13. And she is little 9-pound wonder. She eats the whole world and is skinny as a rail. I wish I had that problem. And Ava is, I think she's 9. Come here, Ava. You want to say hi to everyone again? She said hi before, but this is Ava. She's the same kind of dog, and she's about 13 pounds. She's a little husky, but we love her. They're both hanging out down here with me tonight, so you'll see them around. Thanks, Robin, for posting her pot holder tutorial. It really was pretty easy to follow. So you had a Poma Poo. Yeah, the poodle breed. So it's a Yorkie mixed with a miniature poodle, and the breed they're really great dogs. They live forever. They tend to not have really any health issues for the most part. But man, are they strong-willed. Very strong-willed. But okay, so on Friday night sessions, whether it be Whips in the Guild or whether it be our First Fridays, is all about pulling out a whip that maybe you haven't worked on in a little while, or just, if you don't have one that you haven't worked on in a little while, and you got your life together way more than me, but we're gonna pull out a whip and work on that. Oh, Linda, I'm so glad that it just looks, the edges. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give Linda's pattern a try. I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna see if I like it better than the one that I always do, because I always did the thermal stitch, like I said. And I tried your pattern out. I'm only a little ways up in it, but I tried your pattern out, and I really like it because, like I said, it keeps the edges looking really neat and crisp and clean and all that. So, but the thing that I like most about it is the stitch definition that you see with the single crochet. It looks much better than the thermal stitch. The thermal stitch is great. It uses a lot less yarn. However, both sides look like the back side of a single crochet. There's really no nice looking front side. So works well. Uses a lot less yarn, but it's a really good pot holder pattern. Okay, so I've got a couple things to update y'all on, and I'm telling you, I can't wait to finish this pot holder. This colorway is just stunning. I love it. It's gorgeous, and this colorway would probably color pool if I really wanted it to, but I'm not going that crazy with it. All right. Well, I just wanted to first off say a big thank you to our moderators. So we now have 3 moderators for our lives. We have Robin, we have Vicky, and we have Lorraine. And thank you so much, you 3 ladies. You're absolutely wonderful, and you're keeping these lives going nice and strong. And I also just want to give a shout out to Suzanne, who's been moderating our Facebook group and doing a really fantastic, wonderful job and keeping that space very safe as well. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for the gift, nerd with 2 Ds. All right. So first off, we're going to talk about our whips. Oh, I got to grab them. I pulled some really old whips up. Some people, like I said, have their life together and are really good and don't have a lot of whips. I don't. I have a lot of whips. So I was thinking, I actually got to think because I was watching Michelle at Little Acorn Handcrafts. She's going to be doing challenge with some puzzle yarn, like she's doing like a crochet along, I think, with some puzzle yarn. And I was just like, I have a whip with some puzzle yarns that I could actually work on in our little Friday night session here. So I brought them out. These are channel. These whips are from before I started my channel. And they're puzzle yarns. They are the exact same pattern, and I've got to try to find the pattern to show you. But first, I'll show you what we've got going on with this. So there's a pattern. It's a free pattern. It is on Premier's website, and it's called like Windows or something like that with the puzzle yarn. And it's just a C2C pattern. Let's not show you all my ends. It's just a C2C pattern, and this is the exact colorway that's on the pattern. And it turns out, like, I've laid this all out on the floor and all that, and my gosh, is it stunning. So, so, so pretty. So first off, we're going to find this pattern. I'm going to show you. So let me start. I'm going to share my screen. Let me do, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll share a window. share. So we're going to go to the pattern first. So we're going to go to 5 weight because we're going to go to the puzzle yarn first. I wanted to show off some of the puzzle shimmer yarn tonight, which is not available anymore. And like I said, I'm working out this blanket in 2 different colors, and one's the shimmer and one's not. So let me get over to the puzzle. There it is. Puzzle. This page always takes forever to load. Here we go. And then we're going to go down to patterns. Come on. And I think it's actually a little bit of an older pattern. So let me go over to more patterns. That's the one thing that I really do like about Premiere. It's like, if you just want to be able to see what some of the yarns look like, especially on some of the yarns that they've had around for a little while, you can look through the patterns, even if you're not going to use that pattern. It really lets you see what that colorway looks like. Here it is. It's called Colored Glass Throw. And it is really easy. It's just a C to C. So let me get this page to load here. This is what it looks like. See, it's got like all the different colors, and because you're using a solid color, you kind of get like these diamond shapes on there. And this is the exact colorway that I'm working on. And so this takes, I think, 7. Yeah, it's 7 of their solid puzzle colors and 7 of the puzzle colors. You can pick any color. The color up here is hide and seek, that purple, which is the one that I have. And then you pick 2 skeins that are, one of their puzzle solids. So this is the hide and seek and then black. But you could like alternate it. You could switch it up. This pattern's actually super easy to follow. It's literally just C to C if you've ever done that. And let me go ahead and copy this link since that's what we're going to be working on tonight, or what I'm working on tonight. So anyway, there's the link for it. So I, again, have not touched this in some time. I have a huge, let me stop sharing so you can actually, I have a huge love for Premiere puzzle yarns. If Premiere was going to get rid of all but like 5 lines, I would say puzzle would have to be one of them that they would have to keep. I love it that much. And C to C is literally so easy. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the puzzle, 2 rows of the solid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of the puzzle, 2 rows of the solid, and then 4 rows of the puzzle again. And it just creates that diamond look throughout your project when you piece them all together. And I'm telling you this, I was wondering where these scissors were. I've been looking for these things forever. They've been hiding in here. These are like really fancy scissors from Guggenheim. All right, anyway, I did up a lot of these, quite a few. Let me see how many I have. The shimmer one, I didn't get as far, and I think that's the one I was going to work on tonight. So I have quite a, so I have 1, 2, and again, the thing that I love about the puzzles is like literally everyone's going to look different. A little bit different. See, like that looks a little bit different too, but they're all going to be really pretty. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 16 of the squares worked out for that. Now let me look at my pattern. Uh Teresa, you're still looking for your mimosa hook? You're still trying to find, oh, was it the 5 millimeter you're trying to find? So, that's a good question about joining the C2C squares. There is a really, really easy way to join them. Now, I can't do a tutorial of the pattern because it's owned by Premiere. However, I can do a tutorial on how to do a C2C square with color changes, and I can do a tutorial on how to join. There's actually joining C2C squares is so easy. It's one of the easiest ones, but the problem is when you join it, your join is always visible because basically, if I remember correctly, you start, you chain two, and then you do single crochet in the little space there, and then you chain two and do a single crochet in your little space, do a single crochet in your little space. So you're just seeing that little single crochet into the spaces. This one, if I use the puzzle yarn, you probably won't even notice it. Now you can do a mattress stitch to seam these all up together as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, but I think I'm going to do the simple join method for this. So I can do a tutorial on how to join C2C squares, and I can do a tutorial on how to make a C2C square with color changes. I just can't do a tutorial on the whole blanket itself. Okay, how many did I say that I had? First of all, let me look at the pattern real quick and see how many it says that I need. I download the free pattern, and it says that I need, so it makes a 60 by 60. How many? Blanket, make 36 squares. Yeah, 16. I need 36. So we got a little bit more to go on her, but I really think that pattern is just going to be stunning. So I liked the pattern so much that, yeah, C2C is really, really easy. So maybe I'll do that. I'll do a tutorial on how to make a C2C square with the color change sections in there. And I could do them the same way, so you still get that diamond pattern, but I just won't put it all together, and then I'm not I mean, it's a free pattern. I technically do a crochet along. I just don't want to make Premiere mad, because they do own that pattern. But anyway, so I started making a second blanket using the same pattern. Again, this is before I even started the channel, and I had got the shimmer yarn in the color Jacks, and then I got the solid color is like, it is charcoal. It doesn't look charcoal to me. It looks like a medium tone gray. Like a charcoal is normally like dark gray, right? Well, thank you so much, and that's so sweet of you to send that super chat. Really appreciate that. So yeah, so this is the Jacks. Now they still sell the Jacks colorway, but if you can see the little shimmery bits, I don't know if it's even going to do it justice, but trust me when I say that there are shimmery bits, silver strand shimmery bits all throughout. There we go. You see them? All those shimmery bits in there. It is so. Thank you so much, Samantha. Really appreciate that. That's really sweet to say. Yeah, I really like this, and Again, I like I like some of the neutral. I thought that purple was just a stunning colorway, and I knew I had to do it. Um, you know what, LA? I never got any of the puzzle cotton, and I'm so upset with myself that I didn't because I really wish that I had. But yeah, so this was just some colors that I put together. Using the same pattern, I just did the jacks and then the charcoal, and then you can see like when these get put together, that's kind of the look that you're going to have with it. It's just a really nice neutral colorway, and I really like. You can see how every single square is different, right? Because it's puzzle yarn. And even the shimmer is so soft. The regular puzzle one is like uber soft. I own so much puzzle yarn. I really do. I really, really do. In case, hold on, my little webcam can turn very easily. So I'll try to show you real quick. This is all puzzle yarn. This whole section right there. That's literally nothing but puzzle yarn. So I own a lot of puzzle yarn because I love it. So Samantha, my channel name, I came up with it because I'm a history buff. I love history, and was like obsessed with the Gilded Age. Um, and I love like my favorite kind of TV shows are like period dramas and stuff set in the Gilded Age, and I love everything that's gold and glittery, and there was lots of gold and brocade and all kinds of stuff in that era. And so and even like around my house, like my accent colors that I go with are gold. So gilded kind of came from that. Like I was thinking like a gilded hook, a gilded loop. So gilded loop crochet came from that. Downton Abbey is like literally one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I'll definitely check out my email after the live. Yeah, I love Downton Abbey. I love Bridgerton. I love the Gilded Age. I really annoy my husband because he doesn't like any of that stuff. Uh, but that's all. That's all some of my favorite stuff. But I love like antiques and um, just old things like that. Um, so that's where my channel name came from. The Gilded Age, kind of like a gilded hook, a gilded loop had a little bit better of a ring to it. Yes, yes, I am married. My husband and I this year celebrate our 9-year wedding anniversary, and we've been together for 15 years. And we have one daughter who we have adopted. Her name is Melia, and we were there when she was born in the hospital and everything. So she's been with us from the beginning. And then we have 2 foster kids. I used to have 3, so I at one point had 4 kids. One of my foster kids was 17, and he just turned 18 in April, and he aged out and got his own apartment and everything. And then I have 2 foster kids technically. So one is foster child who is full time in my care, and he turns 1 in June. And then I have another foster child who did reunite with his mom about a month ago, and maybe about 2 months ago at this point. However, she we have a really great relationship with her, and he still comes over like every weekend, so he's still here 2 to 3 days a week at least. But technically he's reunited, but um, he's still here all the time. And his dad's not in his life anymore, so mom is very much like we have a really good relationship with her, and kind of the relationship that we have is like if um, a mom and dad were to get divorced and you have kind of shared custody. We joke about it, but that's really how we kind of look at it is like she gets him half the week and we get him half the week, and she's perfect with that. Oh, congratulations, LA. That's um so um votes. What do I work on tonight? Do I work on the gray jacks? Now I don't have as many of these. I have one, two, three, four. I have six. So I didn't get very far on jacks. So do I work on jacks tonight, or do I try to continue to knock out hide and seek? What say we? What should be the whip that I work on tonight? The jack, hide and seek. Okay, got a little bit of both. Lots of the jacks. Isn't the jacks just stunning? It's so pretty. If you like the neutral colorways, it's really pretty. And plus the glitter just gives it an extra little zhuzh. I will say that with this glitter yarn, it's so soft you can't feel the glitter when it's worked up, but as it's running across your finger, you do definitely feel a little bit. The jacks. Okay. The jacks is hypnotic. Isn't it just like it's so pretty. This one's going in my living room. So I joke all the time. So my husband likes to tell people that his favorite color is green. And I tell him, I said, "You're a liar. Your favorite color is not green. It is gray." Like if I have a gray blanket, that's why I started making the gray, because I'm like, if there's a gray blanket, he'll put it in the living room. Um, I have all of my other blankets that I make. Um, they're on a rotation in my family room area. And there's usually a couple of them out there. But the living room upstairs is like, you know, you keep it looking nice for when company comes and he goes in the family room. All the kids' toys are. Um, and so, yeah, the living room always has to stay presentable. All right, we're going to work on jacks tonight. But yeah, see, this is now the only thing with the puzzle shimmer is it has less yardage in it than the regular puzzle did. So I think I have like at least an extra skein of it, which I do have. I actually have a lot of the puzzle shimmer because I found it on really deep sale. Premiere. Was it Black Friday? It was either Black. No, it was this time last. It was like around July every year. Premiere has like a premiere week in July, where they have like a 60 or 70% off sale off of a lot of stuff. And last year they had puzzle for $3.98, the shimmer for $3.98 a piece. Um, well, I stocked up big and I bought the green, I bought the red, and I bought some of the Jack's shimmer because eventually, someday, I'll get to making a Christmas blanket with puzzle shimmer. But I've heard from a couple other creators, people want puzzle shimmer back. They do. So hopefully they hear us loud and clear and bring it back. That would be delightful. But for now, just the puzzle alone is enough for me. Uh, I've got even the puzzle makes really nice baby blankets too, really soft. And it's even though it's a 5 weight, it's not like too thick. And I've got a couple shades that I went just berserk getting a lot of. One of them I got the kickball shade because I found it at Walmart for $5.98 each. And so I got a bunch of that. And then the other one that I have a lot of is a caustic, which is like a like a baby blue color way. And yeah, I have a lot of it. It's really pretty too. Yeah, their premiere week, the summer sale is July 7th through 13th. You're absolutely right, Kathy. Um, and they normally run like huge sales, like 60-70% off some things. It's not everything, but 60 to 70% off some things. One of our friends here was emailing me about it and saying that they like that sale, and that they also like Black Friday. And I told him, and I'll tell all of you as well, you know who's your best friend for Black Friday? And don't go buying out all this stuff, because I need to get it on Black Friday too. But it's actually Lion Brand. Lion Brand, in my opinion, has absolutely unbeatable deals on Black Friday, but you have to be willing to buy stuff in bulk. Like, you can get packages of really nice yarn, but you're going to get like 10 skeins, but you might pay like $8 for the whole pack of 10 skeins. It's like an unbeatable deal. This last Black Friday, I got a lot of their anti-pill line. It was um the premier, not premier, but the Line Brand Basic Stitch. And they didn't have every colorway, but they had a lot of really nice colorways. And I think I got like packs of 10 for like $8. So I got an anti-pilling yarn for less than $1 a skein. It was like a really good deal. And they had some other stuff that was really good too. And some of the colorways that they had were being discontinued, and some they still carry. Maybe they just had like excess surplus of it. So I don't know. But I know Lion Brand they do good sales, but it's not like they're putting their regular skeins at like 60 or 70% off. It's just bulk buy stuff that they do. So their sales just a little bit different, but you can still save a ton. Right, Lynn? The Puzzle Shimmer. I'm telling you, it's really um really crazy. Oh, I wanted to let everyone know. I see that my friend Lynn is here from Hooked in Seat by Lynn, and I'm actually going to be going on one of her lives later this month. It is going to be it's June 24th, I believe, which is a Wednesday, and it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come for some fun, that's going to be a lot of fun too. Lynn's got lots of fun questions to ask me for that, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, no problem. You're welcome for that. For the PDF, I actually had fun putting that PDF together. It did take me a long time, I'm not kidding. But I had a lot of fun putting it together. And our friend Vicky, not our moderator Vicky, but another Vicky here on the channel, is the one who sent me this happy mail for this Red Heart Super Saver colors. It's like all the different colors. You can get this on Etsy for like $20. It helped me immensely with putting a lot of those different colors and stuff together. Thank you so much, Raven, for the super chat. That is so nice. What else was I going to tell you? There was something else I told you about. It is not nice. It's like I went there and they have like their four-way plays in the center. It's just like whatever yarn that they wanted to just throw in a heaping pile. And it looks terrible. Yeah, if you can drop Lynn's channel, she's in here. It's Hooked and Steeped with Lynn. Yeah, it's Lynn does a lot of lives with Linda from Linda's Pantry. It's I love seeing them kind of their relationship and how they banter back and forth. It's so much fun. You're crocheting and lurking. Well, that's good because that's what we're here for, is to do some crocheting, which I should probably get started with. So the trick here is, what hook size did I use? I'm pretty sure I stuck with the ball band recommendation. So it's saying a 6 on this. Now, what is the regular say? It says a 6. It doesn't look like it's super loose, so I'm gonna say that I stuck with a 6. Let me find my 6. There we go. Now, of course, I didn't have my Odyssey 2 when I was working on this before. I don't think I even had an Odyssey. No, I don't even think I had a Furls, period. Back the last time I picked this up, I was probably working on it with Susan. Good old Susan Bates. That was my tried and true faithful for the longest time. I remember I was using Susan Bates for the longest time because it was like an affordable hook and it worked well. And I remember I wanted the clovers so bad, and I had it on my Christmas wish list one year, and my husband got me the clovers, which I did like, but they glide a lot better than the Susan Bates, but I still like the inlines just a little better. I crochet faster on an inline hook than I do on others. So, to each their own, but I do actually crochet faster on it. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, I still have my C2Cs that I'm working on for my firework colorway, and I'm about 75% done. I don't have a whole lot more to do. I'm that person who waits to weave in their ends until the very end, so don't judge me. I think I shared this before, but I'm doing a C2C with the firework as well. So that's what this one's going to look like. It's different than the pattern that we're working on tonight. You can see I've got like 3 different sections of the white in there, but I think it's really going to turn out to be so pretty. I can't wait this out. Now, this one is my own pattern. I designed it. So I will have a full tutorial on this, and this one will show you how to make a C2C square with the color changes, and it will also show you how to join them with the method I was talking about. It's super easy. It's literally a single crochet chain 2, single crochet chain 2, and then you're all done. You're all looped up. So yeah, it's gonna be so pretty. So some of the squares will join with the white in the center, and then the other side I have with red in the center. And so some of the squares will join up with red in the center. So yeah, I've been working on that. I am officially, this is that I have left from my second skein. So I've gone through 2 whole skeins of the firework colorway. And like I said, I'm about 75% done. With doing the border, I think I'm gonna be 3 full skeins of the firework, and then just white as well. And I like that because then you don't have to buy a ton of the bitty stripes, which the firework one's going to be a little hard to come by. But I don't know if you watched Glenda over at Creative Grandma. I think it was her video that she came out with today. And she talked to like her person at Yarn Inspirations, and they were saying that firework is going to be coming available like really soon. Now, I know someone in our Facebook said that they reached out to Yarn Inspirations, and the person at Yarn Inspirations was like, well, we don't know when it's going to come out. And Hirschner's has an expected in-stock date of July 3rd. But I don't know. Glenda kind of has the inside track to talk to people over there at Yarn Inspirations. So Maybe, maybe very soon it will come in stock. Right, Trish, it was you. That's not what you were told. Watch Creative Grandma's video later after this live. Watch Creative Grandma's video that she posted today. She talks about it, where she said she was talking to her rep at Yarn Inspirations, and they were saying it's gonna be in stock like soon. You saw Glenda's video? I don't know. That's just what she said. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I have one, two. I have two more skeins of firework. Like I said, I'm gonna go through the full third, and I might have just one extra skein left, which I kind of like, just to have, so I could pair it with something else if I really wanted to. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, so I didn't even think about that when I was telling the person earlier how I can show the color work changes, but the yeah, I would definitely have a video. Am I doing this right? One. I think I changed 7, not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, I did. I changed 7. Yeah, so I will have a full video tutorial for that's 1, 2, 3. For how to make the C2C squares with the color changes in my firework blanket when that comes out. Michaels has the 2-pack. I don't know. Michaels changed it back from Patriot. At least when I was on their website like yesterday or the day before. Now they're calling it Firework. I think someone at Michaels just didn't know what its real name was and labeled it Patriot. Is it in stock right now on Michaels? It was out of stock like 2 days ago when I looked. You're not a big fan of the firework colorway, LA? Is that not your colors? Yeah, it's still out of stock today. That's what I thought. I'm like, I was just on there like 2 days ago. Yeah, because I was, like I said, I was on Michael's website, and I said to myself, no, Matt, you don't need to spend $80 just because you want to be able to get up to that free shipping. Just go into the store and just spend your $15 voucher. How many times has that happened to you where you said, no, I'm not going to order online. I'm just going to go to the store. I'm just going to spend this voucher, and I'm just going to get the amount for the voucher. And then you go there and you walk out with spending $80. Is that just me? Yeah, the firework colorway, I will say this. It doesn't have to be a patriotic color. It actually stands really nicely on its own because it's reds, blues, and lavenders. Schwandick, my store, as I mentioned, is garbage. So the only thing I did find some stuff that I wouldn't normally purchase. Like I would have never thought. I was showing everyone earlier. I got some of this loops and threads classic cotton, but like the big ball. I would have never bought this ever. Just shopping online, but when I went in store, it spoke to me. Am I adding white to the C2C? My my I almost said Patriot. No, my firework colorway does have white added to it, but you could switch it out for a different color. And this one that I'm working on tonight, I'm adding charcoal to it. 1, 2, 3. But I do really like that colorway, and actually in my PDF document, grab it. It sits on my desk at all times. What colorway did I say pair well with firework? I don't think I've done that video yet, but it's in the PDF document, and the one that I thought looked just divine with it, I think it was Fairy Core. Was that it? I'm trying to look over. No, Fairy Core's on there, but the indigo, which is lots of purples, because the firework colorway has, look, you see how this has lavender in it? Like this whole row here, it's like red and white speckled, but it's like a lavender. So you could even pair this with that indigo. And speaking of indigo, as I was working up this chart, the one thing that I discovered is that indigo colorway, which is a newer colorway of theirs, goes with so many things. It's a really nice colorway because they have a couple purples. You know, they have that grapey colorway, but grapey does not go with everything because grapey has pink, and it has white, and it has like blues and some really, really darker shades in there. But that indigo, if you're just trying to add some purple into something, I really do like that indigo colorway. I think that it's super, super impressive. I do have a update on some things, and some things that I might need. I was going to run by you all tonight. So make sure that you are working on your color packs. Matt needs to work on his. But make sure you're working on your color packs because we're going to work on getting those all done. I just on Wednesday, I just talked to my contact over at the foster care agency, and they're so excited about the donation blankets. I said, I might have more for you than I thought I was going to have. They're like, it's good. So they're excited. Okay. So, someone in the comments recently asked me, they said, Matt, have you ever thought about doing a crochet along? And I says, well, I thought about it, sure, but I didn't necessarily have plans to make it happen. However, I'm kind of thinking about starting a crochet along after the blanket drive is done. Let me grab my other. Now, let me know first off, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are for the crochet along. But let me know, is that something that you all might be interested in doing a summer crochet along? I'm thinking about doing a crochet along for a summer cardigan made out of cotton. 6. Because I'm thinking that if we did a summer crochet along I could release a new video every week, and it would be really good to do for a cardigan because I could do 1 week on how to get it started, the other week how to seam it all together, the next week how to start on your sleeves or how to taper your sleeves, how to, do your ribbing for your cuffs and all that. And my thought process was that we could, I want to keep it fun. And I think that what we could do to keep it fun would be to keep it to, for the crochet along, use the hipster cotton from Premier, or we can use the Cotton Sprouts worsted if you prefer worsted weight. And we could make a summer cardigan, and it would be great for, you know, towards the end of the summer because we'd be working on it mid-July through mid-August, and so it would be done by the end of August, which would be perfect timing for, when the nights start to get, they start to cool down a little bit, kind of heading into fall. It would be a hexy cardigan, made with cotton. Yeah, Robin, thank you. You're such a sweetheart. You love the crochet along? See, that's what I was thinking because you could do either one. You could do the cotton sprout worsted, like maybe if you're in Canada and your nights are usually a little bit cooler, maybe you would want the worsted weight over the DK. But if you live in Tennessee, you're probably going to want the DK weight all day to keep it nice and lighter. Okay. All right. So I am going to figure out how much we need to necessarily order. But the other thing that I was thinking that's really good is if we do this with either hipster, it would be hipster cotton, and then it would be this Cotton Sprouts DK for your alternate shades in your hexi cardigan. Um, the hipster cotton is on sale all month long. At Premiere, they pick a couple colorways to do a month-long item on, and hipster cotton is one of them. Now, they don't have the Cotton Sprouts DK month-long one, but the hipster cotton, it's there. Um, you can use any cotton in the hexi cardigan. You don't have to use the hipster or the Cotton Sprouts. I just know that the Cotton Sprouts hipster is like so soft. It would be great for a wearable, but you can absolutely use any soft cotton that you would consider wearable. Anything that you have in your stash. All right. If one of my mods can just put my affiliate link for Premiere in the chat, if anyone wants to order any cotton for the crochet along. Again, we're not going to start until um, mid July, would be kind of our start point. It'd be right when the blanket drive is wrapping up, we would start the crochet along. But it is nice that if you did want to get the hipster cotton, um, you would, I don't know what it is, 25% off. It's like 479 right now. I think it's 20% off. 479 right now each, and um it's normally 599, I believe. Um so it's a good price right now. There's some really, really, really pretty colors for a cardigan in his cotton. So if you do want to participate in this, I'm going to release a video that talks about it a little bit more. Um, in July. I'll probably release that towards the beginning of July, probably right after July 4th. But I'm giving you all the inside track on this so you can get ahead of your ordering and still be able to take advantage of that sale that they have in the month of June for it. I'm thinking that you're probably going to need 2 other colors. So I would think for most sizes, you'll probably need 4 to 5 skeins of the hipster cotton, probably at least 4, um, and 1 to 2 skeins of a coordinating color. You can choose, if you choose 1 coordinating color, I would do 4 skeins of the hipster cotton and 2 skeins of the cotton sprout DK in a color of your choosing. Or you can do like 4 hipster cottons and 1 of one color and 1 of another color. I think I'm going to go with 2 colors because I am going to make my cardigan from the cotton sprout worsted in the coral reef colorway that I just recently purchased. I think I had the video for that came out yesterday, and I had showed you that I have the Premier puzzle, not Premier puzzle, the Premier hipster cotton. I have that in the canyon walls, and so I have a really, really great. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have a really great blanket pattern for the um canyon walls of the hipster cotton, but I didn't really have a pattern picked out for the coral reef. But I said, that coral reef would make a really awesome kind of summer cardigan. And then when someone asked if I ever thought about doing a crochet along, I said, ooh, I already have the yarn. I have a quantity enough to make a summer cardigan from that coral reef colorway. And I can just use, I also have teal and peach. So I think that those are going to be my coordinating colors. So for me, I'm going to use the cotton sprout worsted coral reef, and I'm going to use peach and teal for my other 2 colorways. I really, LA, I love, with a capital L, beach ball. I love, 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 love it. I only have 2 skeins of it. I didn't buy very much of it to begin with. I do have some in my stash, but I certainly don't have enough to make a cardigan. Now, I could do the coral reef because I already have it, but if I were to buy a hipster cotton, I think I would get, the beach ball is real loud. It's bright blue, like oranges and stuff, but it's really, really cool. It really is. There is a knit pattern that Premier has on their website with the beach ball colorway, and stop everything. It's just beautiful, beautiful. I love, 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 love. And like I said, if I were gonna buy some of the hipster cotton, I would do it in beach ball. I might not have willpower. I might have to buy enough for beach ball. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, we'll see kind of how that goes. If I can manage. What do you all think? Do you think the coral reef, or do you think beach ball? Or do you think beach ball is too loud for me? Yeah, willpower is overrated, man. We all know I don't have it. Some teal. Hi, Ron. Expand my horizons, Christina. So you're saying do beach ball? Emma. Okay, who is the enablers tonight? Me or y'all? I'm really torn. I'm about to go grab those colors and show them to you, and you all can. All right, we're doing that. I'm grabbing the colors. Y'all can pick. Hold on. The hilarious part is I have them on the shelf directly next to each other. Okay. Right. So this is the cotton sprout worsted multis, and this is the coral reef. I do have a lot of it, but it's really pretty. It has cream, it has coral, and then you can kind of see inside it has like this icy blue color, and then it has this teal colorway as well. So it's got teal, icy blue, coral, and like this creamy color. Linda, you finally got your coral reef over a month ago and ordered it. Oh, that's great. I love that coral reef colorway. I'm gonna have to think about what are my favorite colorways of biddy stripes. But coral reef is definitely in the top two. Okay, so this is coral reef, but this is cotton sprout multis. This is hipster cotton beach ball. So it is like the color of the ocean and yellows and oranges, and this this ball has been beaten up a little bit, but it's got some, even, what is that color? It's like a sea foam color. What do we think? Beach ball. Okay, so coral reef, beach ball. I'm getting a lot on the beach ball. Head-to-head comparison. Oh, let's turn it the right way. The only thing about the cotton sprout one is it's got like that cream color in there. Beach ball. Beach ball's winning. I think the coral reef will be beautiful. But I just think like this, I think this beach ball, I think it's gonna be, I think it's the one. I have to place another order now. You see what you all are doing to me? I am planning on these Friday night lives. We'll go a full 2 hours. So we'll be here till 11. You don't have to stay the whole time, but I just want to let you all know how long I'm going to run them, because I know my other ones I only run for an hour. Beach ball. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what the coordinating colors are. Hold on. Okay, so let's go to, I'm just going to click on their sale items. Again, you don't have to use the Premier cotton. It's just this one I know is a really nice soft cotton. Okay, so here it is. Oh, shut up. Is that on sale too? Did I see Cotton Sprout DK? I clicked back and I think I confused it. It is! The Cotton Sprout DK is on sale for $4.39. It's 20% off, and then the hipster cotton is 20% off as well. All right, well, if you're going to participate in this crochet along, here's your sign that the Cotton Sprout DK and the hipster cotton are both on sale right now. So it's a sign. Get yourself enough for what you think you would need for a hexie cardigan. So this is Beach Ball. Beach Ball is one of their new colorways. And the color suggestions for it, so you're going to want to pick out 2 colors. So I would definitely go with the ones that it says it coordinates with, because you know that those are going to turn out looking really good. So orange, mint, peach, or yellow. So we have yellow, peach. How orange is the orange? Orange. What are the colors? I kind of like that mint color. I think I'm leaning towards mint and peach. If you hear any ruckus in the background, it is my dogs fighting each other at the moment. Definitely peach without a doubt. No doubt peach. I'm torn between... I don't think I'm going to do the orange because there's enough orange in here already. So I'm torn between peach and yellow or peach and mint. But see, there's this blue color too. I almost kind of want to play into that blue, but they don't have that on the coordinating chart. Let's see. What blue colors do they have? And I have some of these blue colors in my stash. They have aqua, turquoise, and teal. Teal's definitely not going to work. Turquoise and aqua. No, I'm thinking aqua maybe. I do like the yellow. Yeah, Jaja Nevar. They was fighting. Let me try to find aqua because I have it. I want to see if it matches. Boy, I have a lot of these colors. I have orange and I have mint. I don't have it in that. I have peach. Yeah, we'll be back momentarily. I know that I had it. The question is, where? Well, darn. I don't think I'm finding it. I've got to have it. Hopefully you're all still with me while I do my little search. Aha! Aha, I found it. Okay. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen and then I can show you the colors. So, this, again, this is Beach Ball. Really pretty. I have literally all of these colors in my stash, so you can get a real world representation. We're going to look to try to figure out how much that you need, but I think you're going to need, just to be safe, I would do 4 skeins of the hipster cotton, 2 of one of these colors and 2 of the other colors. I think that should be good. If you need something that's a little bit larger, maybe a 2X or a 3X, I would get 5 of the hipster cotton and then 2 and 2 of your other 2 coordinating colors. So we have, this is orange. I really didn't think I was going to have orange in stash, but I have one. So this is orange. It does match the orange that's in here. You can really see that. Some of these are in the cotton sprout worsted, but it's the same color. So you can get the DK version of it. This is peach. I don't see peach in here, but you know, the Premier. So it's in there. It's a little lighter in there. Like, I mean, it's not a main colorway in it. Like, it's got some of the peach in there, but it's pretty lightly sparsed with that. And I didn't see, this is why it's nice. Oh, I don't have the lemon. Oh, do I? Hold on. Squirrel moment here. I don't have the lemon. That's the only one that I... Do I? In that... No, I don't think I did lemon. So lemon's the only one I don't have. I have the mint. And then I have the aqua as well. So I think I like orange better than peach. And see, I was going with peach. Remember a couple minutes ago, I was like, peach, absolutely. No. Peach is a no. I'm going to let peach go. So far, I think orange. I like it. And I think for me, it's between mint or aqua. So you can see in here that aqua is in here, You see kind of that colorway that's in here. It's aqua for sure. So they don't have a blue in there, but I do like blue. And mint is in here pretty heavily. What is this other blue that's in here? So there's aqua, turquoise, and teal. Teal's way too dark. Turquoise might actually be a little too dark as well. And glacier, I don't think is really in. So turquoise could potentially be a color. And I do have turquoise, and I know exactly where it is. So let me look. This is turquoise. Okay. Turquoise. No, it's not the right color. See? It's, I don't know. On camera, it's not showing up, but this blue color that's in here, it's not an exact match. Like on camera, it might look like it, but with my eyeballs, it does not. So it is the colorways that really are showing up in here. Probably that lemon color. Even though it's not on their color chart, aqua is in there. And orange. Okay, so for me, you could pick whatever colorway that you want. So, oh my gosh, orange is going to be a really, really bright color. Where's Deb when you need her? Deb, where are you? I need you here to help me decide on bold colors. I think you're right, Kimberly. I'm thinking orange and aqua is the way to go. So orange, aqua, and what do we think? We think that's the color pairing, orange, aqua, and beach ball. Yeah, I should. You're right, Emma. Okay, so orange, aqua, and beach ball, or orange, mint, and beach ball. What do we think? Orange, mint, or orange and aqua? Or then I think that's taking too much of the orange out. What do we think? Yes, Vicky. Which one are you going for, Vicky? So aqua for sure. Oh, you like all three? Now, see, I don't have lemon. Yeah, I think the mint is a little too muted. I don't have the lemon, but I'm not a huge yellow person. But what I do like about this is I could, because it has the orange in it, I could have it for summer or fall because it's very orangey too. Okay, this is my color. I'm locking it in because the beach ball is very orange like the sun and blue like the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, LA. Yep. This is my selections. They're locked in. So we're gonna do beach ball, orange, and aqua. So this is the worsted, but they have the aqua in the DK. So I've got to get, for me, again, what I'm gonna be doing, and I think it's gonna be enough. It's gonna be, I need 2 of my orange, 2 of my aqua, and I have 2 of these already, so I just gotta buy 2 more of the beach balls. So I think I'm pretty darn sure that we can get a whole cardigan out of 4 hipster cottons, 2 of one color, and 2 of the other color. That should be plenty for a hexie cardigan. Again, if you need something that's a little bit more plus size, get 5 of the hipster cottons. But these are all on sale right now. So I'm really excited about that. It's definitely going to be a really fun, lightweight cardigan. Again, it's going to be a hexie cardigan, but it's going to be a really fun, lightweight cardigan that you can wear in the evenings in the summertime, and you can wear it in the fall time before the weather really starts to turn and get like really cold. Make a matching one for Magnolia. You know, she would actually really love that. And it might not be too hard or too time consuming to make the smaller one too. I like that idea. She would love it too. She was really testing me tonight. It took me over an hour to get her to go to sleep. We're desperately trying to kick the pacifier habit, and she does not want to kick it. So, like last night, I went to bed, no passy. I mean, she's gonna be 3. I'm like, no. Um, I invented the passy fairy, and I says, "Oh, Maggie, the passy fairy came and took all your passies because they have to take them and give them to the little babies who need the passies now." And she goes, "Oh, they're gonna give them to the little babies? Yes, they're gonna give them to the little babies. Okay." And sometimes she's really good, but tonight, oh my gosh, screaming outside of her room, and she would not go to bed without it. Because I told her that I have to call. I told her, I said, I call the Passy Fairy, and the Passy Fairy came and picked up all the passies today. Um, I'm sorry, only Brothy has a passy, because he's baby. And she goes, "Give me your phone. I'm gonna call the Passy Fairy." This is what she says. Like, this girl is really she's she's a whippersnapper, as my grandmother would say. "Give me the phone. I'm gonna call the Passy Fairy." She's like, "I'll negotiate this deal." So the crochet along, I guess my question to you all is, for the crochet along, do you want to do it in a live format, or do you think it would be easier to have pre-recorded videos that you can just follow along with? I'm thinking the pre-recorded videos, and I can release one a week. And we'll still have our lives, so we can still talk about it in the live. But I think the pre-recorded is just easier because you can pause and rewind, and if you need to catch a certain piece or part. Yeah, Liz, I think we're going to do a little bit of both. So we have our lives every Monday, right? Um, and I think I'm going to do the crochet along, a weekly pre-recorded video that's going to come out. I'm thinking it's going to come out every Tuesday, and then we can, during the crochet along, um, maybe just during that time, I'll try to see if we can do Friday night lives during that time so we can talk about our progress and stuff on that. What do you think about that? But especially with, like, when you're tapering your sleeves or you're doing your cuffs, or whatnot, I do think that having the pre-recorded video will actually be very helpful. Yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to make something with this beach ball color so bad, because it's just stunned. First of all, hold on. I have to share this. Let me share. If you had any reservations about beach ball, feast your eyes on this. Now, this is a knit pattern, but this is what made me fall in love with beach ball and say I wanted to do it. Look at this cardigan. Look at it. I mean, wow. Wow, is that pretty? And I think that the beach ball is gender neutral enough that it can go for a male or a female. It's got lots of blues and oranges, so there's no like pinks or purples or anything like that, but it can lean very feminine, or it can lean for the masculine as well. So I think that this is just a really nice color to do. I wish I could knit because this is so pretty. And see, she did just beach ball, so no other coordinating colors. And she used 5 for this extra small. Let's go to like a 1X. So she used 7 for like an extra large in total. Now knit uses like 25 or 30% less. So she used about 8 in total for about an extra large size. We'll just say for if it were crochet. So that's why I'm thinking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To be on the cautious side, I would say have 5 skeins of your hipster cotton, 2 of one color in the sprouts and 2 of another color in the sprouts. And then you have no risk of playing yarn chicken. I think that that's a good plan. Yeah, you could do all beach ball for sure, Rachel. If you were going to do all beach ball, I would say just depending on your size. Now, remember, this is a knit pattern, and knit uses 30% less yarn than crochet does, 25 to 30% less. So I would say, like, for me, I wear like an extra large. So I would want to have 8 or 9 of just the hipster cotton. But you know what? It's still going to look stunning in a so get your yarn while it's on sale. It is on sale right now. Remember that the hipster cotton is a month-long sale. I don't know if the cotton sprout DK is month-long. Hold on, let me see. June month-long sales is, I know I'm not sharing my screen anymore, but I'll just let you know. So the hipster is on sale all month long, so it's not going to go off anytime soon. However, the Cotton Sprouts DK is not on sale a month long. It's on sale, most likely, it'll go off sale on Wednesday. Good night, Samantha. So a couple other, like if you didn't want to use Premiere, another one that I thought was equally as good was this Fruta from Hobby. Hobby, however you say it. Hold on, let me put it up a little closer. This is their colorway. Watch, it's gonna say like colorway 2 or stupid crap like that. Colorway 12. But these are both Fruta. And I thought that they were just as good as a Premier hipster cotton. No problem, Lynn. Have a good night, Lynn. I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, I did. Today I wanted to do more work in my garden. I planted a new garden bed. If you don't know, I love to garden, but I just don't always find the time. But I planted a new garden bed in my backyard, and I planted four different kinds of rose bushes. I planted some lavender. I planted a rhododendron. One, two, three, four, five, six. I went one too many. And I planted some hydrangeas and some ornamental grass and stuff in there. Um, and one, two, three. I was neglecting to water it as much as I should. So I've been out there every day, every night with the hose, making sure to show it some love. This is not lining up correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Um, yeah, so I've got Maggie's birthday party is next weekend. So we've got trying to get the yard and stuff all in order because we're having it outside. She turns 3 on Wednesday, so June 10th, and then over the weekend on Sunday, we're gonna have a big birthday celebration and stuff for her. And it got like family and stuff coming over, and I'm gonna cook, and I was trying to get the yard and everything cleaned up and in order. I was out there with a weed whacker today, trying to take care of all the crazy weeds. So, um, yeah, but I've got to get out. I've got to get out there and mulch some of my garden beds. But yeah, I'm excited for some of those to come in. I planted the rose bushes, and some of them are sprouting buds and flowers and stuff. And I have a magnolia tree that I transplanted from my front yard to my backyard last year, and oh, it's coming in so beautifully. And I'm going to have some flowers most definitely coming up in it pretty soon. It's got like huge buds coming up on it, so I'm really excited for that. I have a magnolia tree and I have a magnolia bush. And the magnolia bush is pink, and the magnolia tree has yellow flowers, yellow magnolias on it, and it's just beautiful. And the deer kept on bugging it last year, and so I transplanted it into my backyard where they can't get to it. And I'm really excited to see that coming in because the tree and the bush I planted in my front yard the week that Magnolia was born. Like we knew we were going to the hospital on Saturday. I planted them on like the Thursday before we went to the hospital. So I'm like I would be really upset if either of those died. Yeah, I've never been able to have the roses before because I had a horrible well, I do have a huge deer population here. However, last year we got a fence put in our backyard, so I can actually plant things in my backyard. I'm very excited because after Maggie's party, I'm gonna go get some hostas to plant. Um, the color pooling, I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm still working on it. Although I had to rip out two whole skeins because I found a mistake. um, so I'll tell you all about it in a minute. But yeah, I want to get some hostas to plant around like my deck and stuff. That's the one thing. My house that so we've been here for almost like 6.5-ish, 7 years, right around there. We moved in just before the pandemic hit here. And I love my yard. Like, my yard is way better than the house itself. The house is nice, but our yard is what makes this place. It's absolutely stunning because like my my neighbor on my one side, he has 7 acres, so his house is set like 2 or 3 acres back. So his driveway is really, 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 really long. Um, and I have a lot of privacy here because I see him on like trash day when he's bringing his trash to the end of his driveway, but I don't really see him very much. Um, and he's a little obnoxious to begin with. Um, and then my neighbor to the other side is a huge retention pond that I don't have to take care of. The city takes care of it, but it's like right next to my property. And so there are like there's huge bird population that hangs out over there, so lots of bird sightings. There's frogs in the pond. um when we moved here, I planted a weeping willow tree, um as a homage to my sister. I don't talk about it very much, but my sister um my sister passed away when she was young. So I was 10 and she was 11 when she passed away. We were a year apart and we were really, really, really close. And my sister was born with um, a heart condition called tricuspid atresia. So it's basically your heart has 4 ventricles, and it's what pumps blood from one to the next. And she only had 3, really. So her heart had to work like extra hard. So she went through a couple of heart surgeries stuff, and unfortunately she didn't make it out of her last one when she was 11. And so that was really hard. We were super, super close. I mean, it was a long time. It was like 35 years ago. So or 30, a little over 30 years ago. She passed away in 1995. And I've always carried a piece of her with me, and we used to go to the beach all the time, and they had this gorgeous weeping willow tree that was right on the side of the beach, um, here in Cleveland. And I always have this thing for weeping willow trees because it was like a bond that we shared. And so when we moved here and we knew that this was our forever house, I planted a weeping willow tree on my property line, but like literally right next to that retention pond because they love water. Like their roots will really settle down and grow really well if there's a water source nearby. Thank you, everyone, for your condolences. And I planted that weeping willow tree when it was like a sproutling, and it is about 10 feet tall now, maybe 12 feet tall. And it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. And every time I see it, it reminds me of her. So this is my forever. I would never sell this house because I just have so many memories here. I've got my magnolia tree planted for my daughter. I have the weeping willow tree planted for my sister. So you know, just it's a great little home. We love it here. Yeah, I love a weeping willow tree. They're so pretty. We had some other willow trees already on the property. Not really on my property, but they're like over by the retention pond. They weren't weeping willows. They were just willow trees. Um and yeah, I love a weeping willow tree. They're so pretty. But yeah, that's one of the best things here. I don't have like a huge property. We have about 3/4 of an acre. Um So it's not even a full acre, but it feels bigger because next door is that pond, and I'm gonna take care of it, but I get to enjoy it. Yeah, there are. They're willow trees, and the difference is, like, they have the leaves like what a willow tree has, but they don't droop over like that. And then the weeping willow trees, it's what you think of with a willow tree. They kind of droop over like that. The willow trees are their trunks and stuff always grow in like kind of weird formations, which is really cool. But a lot of times um, they don't always live to be super old because they fall over. But the ones on my property haven't. Well, welcome, Elizabeth, and thank you so much for stopping in. This is our Friday night session. This is actually our um, Fridays, first Fridays. So we just do it live on the first Friday of the month, and then the other three we have. I post a pre-recorded um, video where we're just kind of working on our whips, which I'm working on Premiere Puzzle Shimmer tonight for one of my whips. So welcome. And then we have a live every Monday from 12 to 1, just like Lorraine just posted. So thank you. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'm super excited. So if you're again for the crochet along that we're going to be doing in July, we have our blanket drive that is going to be wrapping up on July 20th. And I'm thinking, okay, so for the crochet along, I'm thinking that mm, I'm thinking that we will maybe start that on July 14th because I think that the crochet along videos I'm going to post weekly every Tuesday. And how I'm thinking 6 weeks for the crochet along, or do we think 4 weeks? I think we can get it done in 4 weeks, but the question is 4 weeks enough? What's the crochet along? Oh, okay. Terry, so the crochet along that we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a summer hexie cardigan, and we're going to be making it out of the hipster cotton from Premier Yarns. The crochet along that I'm going to be doing is, I'll show you in a second. Let me just finish the stitch. I'm going to be doing the hipster cotton in the color beach ball, but do I have an idea of the hexie pattern? Um, so there's a lot of hexie patterns out there, but the hexie pattern that I follow is it's one where you custom fit it as you make it. And I can go over with you exactly how to do that in pretty good detail, but it's going to be custom fitted to you or whomever you're making it for as you make it. Um, so on my little mannequin right over there, I'm finishing up a hexie cardigan there, and that one I made custom fitted to myself. And there's not necessarily a pattern because everyone has a different fit. Everyone's body style is a little bit different, but I'll walk you through how to make it to custom fit to yourself and how to taper your sleeves as well. That's another big one because I figured out how to taper my sleeves really well on that. So the sleeves on the hexie cardigan will not be baggy. They're not like super baggy. They're tapered to your arm as well. Yeah, I'm thinking 4 weeks would work. So I'm thinking that we're going to do mid-July to mid-August. That way it'll be done by mid-August. And I think that that's perfect because that'll give you plenty of time to have it all done and ready for before the summer nights start to get a little bit more chilly. Um, Thank you, Suzanne. Um, okay, so we're in the crochet along. You can pick a different color, but this is the color I'm picking. So I'm doing hipster cotton in the beach ball, which is lots of blues and oranges. It also has some mint colors and like some of these lemon colors in there. And if you go, one of my moderators will put my Premier affiliate link in the chat again as well. But you can get lemon. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the hipster cotton. And the reason why I'm telling everyone in this live about this tonight is because the hipster cotton and the cotton sprouts DK is 20% off right now. The hipster cotton will be 20% off at Premier all month, the whole month of June, because it's their month-long sale for hipster cotton. But the cotton sprout DK is 20% off right now too. That's not in their month-long sale. Yeah, it's only $4.79. It's normally $5.99. And I think these are $4.39 right now. So you're going to need to get approximately, if you're looking at like a standard large, extra large size, get 4 to 5 skeins of the hipster cotton. If you're extra large or more, 5 skeins. If you're like a large, medium, or small, 4 skeins of the hipster cotton. And then you need to get 2 skeins of one color of the cotton sprout DK and 2 skeins of another color of the cotton sprout DK. The color choices that I'm going to go with is going to be Premier Hipster Cotton in Beach Ball, Cotton Sprout DK in orange, and this is Cotton Sprout worsted, but the same color is available in the DK. It's just what I have in stock here in my yarn studio, but this is the color aqua. So again, just to show everyone, let me turn this bad boy around so you can actually see the colors. So beach ball, aqua, and orange. Or like LA's doing, you can just do just the hipster cotton solely with no other color pairings with it. And I think it'll turn out just as beautiful. Yes, exactly, Kristen. You can do it in one solid color, which it'll be stunning if you do it in one solid color too. Because it's got a lot of color variations and stuff in there. So you can do one solid color, or if you're going to pair it, like traditionally the hexi cardigans are paired with 1 or 2 colors. You can pick one other color to pair it with, or you can pick 2 other colors to pair it with, or you can go with just this. If you're doing just this, to be safe, you're probably going to want 8 skeins of the hipster cotton. You might have some extra left over, but it's better than plain yarn chicken. So I would say make sure you have like 8 or 9 skeins of the hipster cotton if you're just doing that. And if you're doing what I'm doing and doing the 2 other colors, then do 4 or 5 of these, depending on your size, 2 of one color and 2 of another. And that should get you to where you need to be. We are going to, this is all really evolving in this live here tonight. So we are going to do the crochet along will start on July 14th. And it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. The crochet along will last about a month. I think that I will have 4 installment videos and then a final wrap-up video. think I'm going to post them every Tuesday. And so that'll be 4 instructional videos where we'll be going over a different piece of the hexi cardigan in each instructional video. I'm thinking the first one will be how to start your hexi cardigan. Um, Rachel, I can maybe put together a written pattern, but the hexy cardigan, it it doesn't really need one per se. But if you really want that, I can try to put one together. Um, Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just try to put some sort of instructional something together. But we will. I think the first one will be how to start your hexy cardigan. The second video would be um, seaming it up and getting your sleeves started. The third would be um, tapering your sleeves. And the fourth video would be finishing out your front and doing your ribbing. And then we'll have a total wrap up video as well. Welcome, welcome, Leslie. Okay, so Elizabeth said she doesn't really need a tutorial. You know what? I might just put an instructional PDF or something together that we can use for the crochet along, with like a schedule for the videos. So at least you know if you're going to do the crochet along, what week we're going to be discussing what. So you have that to look forward to. So let me do that. I'll work on putting that together for the crochet along. I'll release that PDF the day that we would start it, which would be July 18th. So yeah, so we'll do that. At least then that way it'll give you like a general idea. Yeah, welcome, welcome. So happy that you decided to join us. So for anyone who's new here, this is our first Friday Night Live with me. And our Friday Night Lives we're gonna get ready to wrap up here in probably like 10 minutes or so. But our Friday Night Lives, they're usually I'm planning for them to be about 2 hours. And they go from like 9 to 11-ish Eastern time. And it is Fridays on this channel are all about working on your whips, something out that you haven't touched in a little while and working on them. Like tonight, I'm working on this Premier Puzzle Shimmer, which has actually been discontinued, but it's been in my whip pile for quite some time. So I've been working on making these C2C squares, which how many? Two, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to start to decrease. I'm glad I caught that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's right where I need to decrease. Yeah, so pulling out a whip, kind of working on that. I also post so we just do the lives on the first Friday of the month. And then the other Fridays, I post a video called Whips in the Guild, where it's pre-recorded, but you can still pull out your whips and work on them with me. And then we have lives Mondays from 12 to 1. And I post content on my channel every last day of the week. I initially used to post 5 to 6 days a week. Oh, Elizabeth, thank you so much. But now every day of the week there is something on my channel. I have a yarn addiction, and so I do have quite a bit of yarn purchasing habits. I am a great enabler if you're looking for someone to give you excuses to buy yarn. So if you're new to crochet, Leslie, I'm going to tell you, we're going to be working on a hexie cardigan. They look really awesome and they not hard. There is only one stitch that you need to know. Well, two. If you can do a single crochet and you can double crochet, you can do a hexie cardigan. That is literally all that it is. A single crochet on your cuffs and down your front, and do a double crochet everywhere else. So if if you still feel a little intimidated by that, um, totally understand. But I will say that if you are newer to crochet and you want to see if you can handle a wearable, um, maxi cardigan is a really easy way to go. If you have tested out and tried to do a granny square before, and you feel like you were able to do a granny square, you can do a hexacardy. You really can. Thank you, Liz. It's been wonderful having you here, and I will see you Monday as well. Yeah, it's been a great week, and I know everything is I just love these Friday night kind of hangout sessions, get-togethers with our little crew here. I gotta finish this. Determined to finish this square. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish live tonight. Anyone who has to go, you know, have a wonderful evening. If you want to hang out for a little bit, I'm going to try to hang out for, you know, maybe I'll do another 10 or 15 minutes and then we'll wrap everything up. Nope. I want to decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Wait. Dang it, I gotta rip this row out. At least puzzle yarn frog's easy, right? I think I gotta rip 2 rows out. Let's see. I do, because I didn't do a decrease on this one side, and I needed to. There we go. Okay. At least I don't gotta go back too far. So who's doing something fun this weekend? Anything exciting in the works? Yes. Okay. Good question on the Sandhill project. It's gonna be the half double crochet. It's gonna be a half double crochet. I'm gonna do it this fall. It is going to be a cardigan that is made from one side piece that you just seam up the sides. So it's not going to be a hexi cardigan, but you're going to be able to make, and I'll do a video tutorial on it. It's a number 5 bulky weight. So you can use any number 5 bulky weight at all. It doesn't have to be a hand dyed yarn. You can pick anything. I would say maybe not anything like super, super thick. Like even like a puzzle yarn is like the perfect thickness for it. And I will have a pattern and tutorial for that. My plan for that is, for that particular pattern, I'm gonna work on it, write up a pattern, figure it all out, and my plan is, for sizing, is not to tell you how many stitches to make, because I want you to be able to do it in a worsted weight or a number 5 weight or a 3 weight if you want to. I'm going to tell you the measurements and how wide you need it to be. Um, and that way you can adapt it to your 4 weights, your 5 weights, whatever that you have. And you'll be able to make one continuous piece. So you'll start at the bottom and you'll crochet up just like you would with a blanket. And then when it comes to the sleeves, you're going to do a chain and extend it longer and continue to go up. And then you'll come back in and then you'll go up and make 2 larger panels in the front, which will be your front panels. So essentially, when you're all done, where you started is going to be your back, and you'll be able to flap everything over towards the front and just seam up the sides. You'll seam up just the side and down the arm, and then this side and down the arm, and it's done. So yeah, you don't have to buy anything special. If you have a 4-weight or a 5-weight yarn in your stash that you think would make a really nice cardigan, and you like half double crochets, you're gonna like that pattern. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get that to come out this fall. And like I said, I'm not gonna tell you like how many stitches to do across the row. I'm just gonna tell you the measurement of how long your row needs to be. That way you can be able to accomplish it with whatever. I'm gonna make the cardigan first from the sandal yarn that I got. If you're new here and you didn't see that, I posted a video with dyed yarn from Sandhill Yarns. They only charge $15 a hank, so like really cheap. But they have like special release bundles, so they don't have the same colorways all the time. But for the video tutorial, the one that I'm going to use is I have this 4-weight yarn that oh, Melanie, thank you so much, that I have wanted to make a cardigan with forever and a day. And it is from Wool Warehouse. And I'm going to do the tutorial using that. So I'm going to make the cardigan out of a 5-weight, but the tutorial that I'm going to do will be with a 4-weight. And that will also demonstrate that the pattern that I'm going to write up, you'll be able to accomplish no matter what weight that you're going to use, because you're just going off of a measurement, like how wide it needs to be to get started. That Sandhill yarn, it was really good quality. Like, it is a really nice yarn. I was really surprised. And I wanted to love the Sunburst Granny that I made. I just didn't. I thought it was too busy, and I just didn't like it. But that half double crochet sample that I worked up, I loved it. So I will end up with 2 cardigans when I'm all done. I'll have the one from Sandhill, and then I will have the other one that I have been wanting to make forever. And it is called Butterscotch, I think. Butterscotch. Hold on. I'll grab it and show you. Let me grab it and I'll show you. I have been wanting to make a sweater from this yarn forever. And so I'll do the tutorial in this yarn. So this is called Butterscotch is the colorway. And it is this Hayfield bonus Aran tweed. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. And they sell it at Wool Warehouse. It is really, really affordable too. It's expensive. But it's really pretty. It's like this yellow color. I think it's gonna be really nice. So that's what we've got going. So that's gonna be a tutorial again towards the fall. So if you've got a 4-weight or a 5-weight yarn that you're like, I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that, set it aside. We'll get to plan. Oh, I'm supposed to give you the update on my planned pooling. All right, let me give you the update on the planned pooling, and then we'll wrap it up tonight, okay? Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me here tonight. It's been great. So, I don't have it here. It's upstairs. So I can't show it to you, but I showed it in a couple of my other lives. Okay, So I am working on this plan pulling project with gumball yarn from Ice Yarns, and it is just a wonderful yarn. I really, really like. It's a DK weight too, but still, I love it. It's been really nice to work with. Only when you're doing plan pulling, you really got to pay attention. And I didn't pay attention, and one of my sections, my colors got stacked on top of the other. And with plan pooling, they have to be at an angle. So, like, if you have a cluster of blue here, your next cluster of blue has to be over here. It can't be directly on top of it. So if you have blue here, in order for it to get that argyle effect, like the diamonds all throughout, you have to have not like this, but like this. And then it will end up going on a diagonal. Well, one of mine got stacked, and I didn't notice it for, about 8 rows. Um, I had to rip out 2 entire skeins to fix my little snafu. So it's gonna be done soon, but yeah, I had a little snafu. I got a couple sections of the video filmed. I got how to do the corners filmed, and I got how to join a new skein of yarn filmed for the tutorial that I'm gonna come out with that on it. Um, and I just have to do the tutorial for, getting it all started and going and all that. So if plan pooling is your thing and that's the project you've been wanting to find out about, it will come out very soon. But the good thing is I work about 1 skein per day on that project when I'm working on it. So I can finish about a whole skein per day in that project. So it should probably be 2 to 3 more days of being able to work on it um, that I should be able to finish. All right. Well, if you were new here tonight, thank you so much for popping into the live and hanging out with me while I crocheted. And if you were wondering what I'm crocheting, is I'm making one of these squares for an old project that I'm working on. And I'm in my decrease round, so I'm not far. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up before I go to bed. But I know, LA, I need more hands too. I have all these grandiose ideas, and I just need to be able to make it happen. But it was really, really wonderful catching up with you all and hanging out with you tonight on this Friday night. And who knows, maybe we'll pick up and do some more of these in the future. What I'm thinking right now is I'm thinking that possibly during our crochet along, that maybe we can try to do the Friday nights during that crochet along, maybe. So maybe we'll see. So then that would be, we're going to start the crochet along on July 14th. So that would be about mid-month. So July 17th, and we would do probably 4 or 5 weeks of that. And then we'll see where we are from there. But yeah. Hi, Eddie. Thanks so much for popping in. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope that you have a absolutely fantastic weekend. And thanks so much for popping in. Make sure to give the live a heart. If you see the replay pops up, just click like on it or whatever, because the YouTube's like that. You all have a wonderful night. Get some good rest, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.